You probably missed this small detail in Wicked's Defying Gravity scene, but it means so much. Wicked took the world by storm when it was released towards the end of last year. The film adaptation of the famed stage musical, based on the novel by Gregory Maguire, tells the origin story of Elphaba and Glinda, aka the Wicked Witch of the West and Glinda, the Good Witch of the North, from The Wizard of Oz. In the original 1939 movie, we see the entire story through Dorothy's eyes, and to her, Elphaba is simply a wicked witch, while Glinda is a good witch set on helping her find her way home. Wicked reframes this classic tale and carves out both Elphaba and Glinda as singular characters. It completely changes the viewer's perspective of the two women, specifically Elphaba, painting her as someone we can sympathize with as we learn that she wasn't always wicked, but rather had her wickedness thrust upon her. Wicked, for Good, slated for release this November, will dive deeper into Elphaba's power transition into the wicked witch we know her to become, but the seeds are cleverly planted in the first movie. When Elphaba first arrives at Shiz University, she accidentally reveals her powers in a way that frightens her peers. Madame Morrible, the Dean of Sorcery, is quick to take the blame for the incident, claiming it was her way of welcoming everyone to the school. She then offers to take Elphaba under her wing and help her learn how to control her powers, as she can see Elphaba's potential. She's also the first person who doesn't gawk at Elphaba's green skin. Immediately, Morrible is someone Elphaba feels comfortable with and someone she can trust. At least, that's what she thinks. Morrible eventually writes to the wizard telling him about Elphaba and her powers, and he invites her to the Emerald City. This instills so much hope in her, as she believes that with the wizard's help, she'll be able to save the animals in Oz, which has been her main goal throughout the movie. But it all turns out to be a fraud, and Elphaba realizes that the only reason Morrible worked with her and wrote to the wizard is because neither she nor the wizard have the power to read the grimoire, and they need Elphaba's help. But she only discovers this after she unknowingly casts a spell that causes the monkeys to sprout wings and be able to fly, causing them immense pain and devastating her as she was the cause. She attempts to flee the Emerald City with the grimoire, and she's close to succeeding until Morrible enacts her final plan to turn the citizens of Oz against Elphaba. At one point in the movie, Madame Morrible's own special power is revealed as weather manipulation when she halts a rainstorm. It's a very brief scene, but it comes back in a huge way at the end of the film. When Elphaba is making her grand escape as she sings Defying Gravity, she enchants a broom to be able to fly and impressively makes her escape out of the tower on it. As she triumphantly surges through the sky and faces those trying to hunt her down, including Morrible and the wizard, a thunderstorm breaks out around her, making her actions seem all the more daunting. In reality, Elphaba is just as frightened as everyone else, if not more, as proven by the tearful goodbye she and Glinda have just moments before. She was tricked by Madame Morrible, someone she should have been able to trust, and was used as a pawn in the wizard's game. She's not the villain by any means, but Morrible's ability to manipulate the weather and make the sky dark and thundering certainly makes Elphaba's dramatic exit look far more sinister than it actually is. Wicked, for Good will likely get deeper into Elphaba's journey into suddenly being labeled the Wicked Witch of the West, and how Madame Morrible played a part in it. But this small detail is just wicked enough to show the character's true intentions.